Well, hello Internet, and welcome to my new and improved Gestures and Body Language tutorial, this time with pictures and videos. So this time you guys shouldn't have any questions because I'm going to demonstrate everything on the screen. As you probably know, I have spent quite a bit of time studying gestures and body language, and in this tutorial you're going to see a combination of what all the experts agree on. I read numerous books in psychology, body language, and law enforcement training manuals. What I did was I took everything that all these different experts agreed on and put it in this one video. First, I'm going to go over some basics, and we're going to go from the eyes into an analysis of hands, arms, and then legs. But first off, eyes. A person's eyes dilate strongly when they are very stimulated and or in a problem-solving mode. At maximum dilation, the person is ready to make a decision, and more than likely that decision is going to be a positive one. In a conversation, if a person is maintaining strong eye contact, they are either interested in you if their eyes are dilated or challenging you if their eyes are constricted. Or, as I have here, the normal eye. This would be constricted. An eyebrow raise is a sign that a person isn't threatening. When you eyebrow raise someone, they will often smile. This is a very submissive sign, or at least it is perceived that way. The most threatening look is achieved by moving narrowed eyes first to a target and then followed by a head move, as I demonstrate here. Also, 70% of liars, based off of studies, maintain strong eye contact with their victims far above average. You will notice that they are maintaining more eye contact than they should. If someone gives you a sideways glance, look at their eyebrows. If they are raised, they like you, like I have here. Or, if they are lowered, they do not like you. If a person's blink rate increases, they are more than likely lying. And if a person's eyes are darting around, they are getting either bored or nervous. When first meeting a person, shake hands with strong eye contact and then give them at least 3 seconds to look at you uninterrupted. This is the best way to first meet somebody. And then to continue building strong rapport with this person you just met, you should maintain eye contact from 60 to 70% of the time until you have gotten through the introductory phase. If a person is remembering a visual thought, they will look up and towards right. If, however, they are constructing or making up a visual thought, they will look up and to your left. So, for example, if asked what color is your house, they will look up and to their right, like you have right here, because that's a visual thought they can actually remember. However, if they are asked to imagine their house was purple with yellow polka dots, they would look in this direction because they have to make this up. By studying the eyes, you can also tell when a person is lying. If you ask somebody a question and they look in this direction, chances are they're going to tell you the truth. However, if they look in that direction before answering you, chances are they are going to lie to you. If a person looks sideways and to your right, they are remembering something they heard. So once again, you ask them a question, their eyes dart in that direction, you can then tell more than likely if they're going to either lie or not lie. If they are constructing or making something up, they will look sideways and to your left, as I am doing here. Once again, for example, if asked what is your favorite song, they will look sideways and to their right, and if asked to imagine what sounds a jackalope would make, they would look in this direction. And if you don't know what a jackalope is, it's a mythical creature that's supposedly a rabbit and an antelope, so if that makes any sense. If a person is recalling a feeling or emotion, they will look down and to your left. And if they are talking to themselves internally, they will look down and to your right. And just to review, you can see right here, visual constructing, this means they're making something up visually in their head. Auditory, that means they're trying to come up with a sound that's made up. Kinesthetic means feelings or emotions. They're remembering a feeling or an emotion. Visual, remembered, they're remembering something they saw. Auditory, remembered, they're remembering something they heard. Auditory internal means they are talking to themselves. When shaking hands with someone, if your hand is on top, you are trying to dominate that person, as my hand is doing right here. Also, if a person flips your hand palm side up, they are trying to dominate you whenever they first meet you. An equal handshake, in which both people shake in a vertical manner with equal pressure, is the best way to generate good rapport. To make sure you're able to create an equal handshake, step slightly to the left and forward when approaching a stranger for a handshake. Do not shake with both hands or touch any other part of the body unless you have an intimate relationship with this person. However, a brief touch to the elbow during a handshake has been shown to generate good feelings towards towards a stranger. A valuable clue to whether the person is being open and honest is whether they are showing their palms or not. Honesty equals palm displays. So for example, if a person says they can't do something and they show you their hands, they are more than likely telling you the truth. Also, if you talk with your palms, this more than likely will get others to answer positively to your questions. However, just like with eye contact, if there is way too much palm display, which you start to notice their palms are always out, chances are this person is a good liar and more than likely is lying to you. Hands clenched in front of a person means they are holding back a negative reaction. Holding one wrist in your hand behind your back is an attempt of self-control. The further up the wrist the person is holding is a barometer of either frustration or anger. If a person places their head on their open hands as if on a platter, they are saying they admire you. If you want to draw people towards yourself, this is the best pose you can make. If a person is picking imaginary lint, they have a secret opinion that they don't want to tell you. Hands folded in front, hand in hand, shows they are feeling vulnerable. If you use a palm down gesture, you are exercising authority. And this right here will antagonize many people, even though, as you can see with my face, I'm not really antagonizing or acting as an authority figure. This is more of a gesture that you would make to somebody whenever you're saying sit down or calm down. Pointing at a person is one of the most annoying gestures. Never rub your thumb to your forefinger around people. Also, the rubbing of hands together shows that you are expecting something positive. And the speed at which these hands are rubbing together will show who the person thinks will benefit. So, if I'm rubbing my hands very quickly together, that means I think I'm going to benefit from something. And if I rub them more slowly, that means I expect others to benefit. The steeple hand gesture represents that you are confident and self-assured. This gesture should be used sparingly, however, because it can come across as being arrogant. If, however, you want to guarantee a look of confidence, this is the look. I know it looks like I'm praying, but this is a position a person would normally take when they were sitting and not standing. By pressing your forefinger to your thumb, you will come off as authoritative, however, not aggressive. So this is definitely a better way to point rather than projecting one finger forward. Holding hands behind the back shows that you are confident and feel superior. Hands on hips show that you are preparing to dominate, unless elbows are held close to the body, and this is a submissive pose. If the person tucks their thumbs in their pants rather than rest their hands on their hips, they are very aggressive. Thumbs protruding from the pocket show that the person feels they are superior to others. If the hands are held out from the body, this shows that they are feeling superior as well, and somewhat aggressive. We fold our arms in front of ourselves when we feel threatened or don't like or trust something. When you fold your arms, on top of that, you lose credibility. And if you are folding your arms while grasping your biceps, it shows that you are feeling insecure, as I demonstrate here. If, however, you clench your fists while folding your arms, people will see you as being hostile. Arms crossed with thumbs turned up shows that a person is warming up to you. Women will often use their purse to create protection in some situations. And if in a meeting a person puts a drink on the opposite side of the hand in which they are drinking, as I demonstrate here, that shows that they feel uncomfortable. Information you gain by studying leg and feet positions is extremely useful because people have little control over their feet. This is also why most meetings feel only comfortable if the two people have their legs hidden by a table or a desk. If you want to appear young and vibrant, walk quickly while swinging your arms. Your feet will point towards where you want to go. So in this instance, I want to go to my right because that foot is protruding that direction. When first meeting with someone and you want them to open up, always offer them a hot coffee or tea. That makes it very difficult to remain crossed up without burning themselves. Another tip to get a person to unlock themselves is to ask them positive questions that get them to tell you what they are feeling. Never cross your legs and then have both hands cradled behind your head. This is extremely off-putting, especially to women. The jiggling of the feet is a sign that a person wants to get away from a situation, as I demonstrate here. Open and uncrossed legs show that you are open or dominant, while crossed legs show that you're closed off or uncertain. And this is true whether you are sitting or standing. And if you ever want to find out who thinks they are the alpha male in a room full of a bunch of men, look for the man that is sitting like this. If legs are crossed, my hand is pointing the direction towards what I prefer in this situation. Never ask a person to make a decision if they have both their legs and their arms crossed. And if a person has their legs crossed and they are holding them in place, as I demonstrate here, with their hands, they are feeling very stubborn and are more than likely in a mood to reject any of the opinions you may provide. A person that locks their ankles together is essentially biting their lip and holding back a negative emotion, or are just fearful or uncertain. And if a person locks one foot around their calf or thigh, they are showing signs of timidness. Approach them as a friend friend in a low-key, submissive way to relax them. If a person sits oddly in a chair, they are showing you that they don't see you as important and they are the dominant person in the room. And if they place the back of the chair in front of you, they're in the mood to take control of your situation and are very dominant and stubborn and aggressive. Women specifically cross and uncross their legs around people they like, and more specifically, cross their legs in a parallel manner when they really like someone. I never sit like this because it's terribly uncomfortable, but I'm demonstrating how a woman would sit whenever she would be attracted to somebody. You can check to see that a smile is sincere by checking for wrinkles around the eyes. I naturally have wrinkles around my eyes. I'm trying to make a fake smile and having a hard time doing it. But this is more of what I mean by a real smile. Also, if you smile at a person, they will often respond as well. People that smile a lot often will receive positive reactions, and when a person is smiling, they are more than likely telling you the truth. A false smile will often appear stronger on one side of the face versus the other, while a tight-lipped smile in which teeth are not shown tell you that the person is trying to keep a secret. A smile in which the mouth is open is trying to get others to believe you are comical. Also, a smile in which the person has their head turned down and their eyes are aimed upward is used to show that the person is attracted. And finally, what exactly does laughing and yawning mean? Laughing is attractive and makes you as well as others feel comfortable. And as people age, they actually will start to laugh a great deal less. For example, an average preschooler laughs 400 times per day versus the average adult who only laughs 15. In fact, laughter has a lot more to do with bonding than it does with humor. And likewise, yawning is used by people to build rapport and avoid aggression. Hope you liked this presentation. Took a while to put together. Leave any questions or comments below. Otherwise, till next time.